Hello guys, Hacker here, and today I'm going to talk about my favorite game of all time, San Quentin from No Limit City Games. They truly have no limits because it's the first game about real things happening in prison, but at the same time it's the best atmosphere you can find, at least in a slot. It's rather new. It came out in 2020 and instantly became one of the most popular slots in any casino. Why is that? Well, first of all, it's extremely volatile. You don't win often, but when you do, oh man, it's just the best feeling. But let's get to the basics. The biggest possible win is 150kx. You can already see where this is going. RTP is 96%, just as usual, and the minimum bet is 0.2 euros. This game is really proud of its extreme volatility, but what's that? San Quentin has a lot of features that make its potential go through the roof. For example, it has an infinite amount of ways, so basically you don't need any lines for your symbols to connect, they just need to be on adjacent reels. It's somewhat similar to megaways, just not as boring. It might look like a regular 5x3 slot, but you can see that on top and in the bottom there are additional spaces. They're locked up usually, but if you're lucky, you could get them to open up. It's a feature called enhanced slots. Those additional spaces can give you wilds, regular symbols or even razors, that cut all of the symbols in their reel and double their winning potential. But nothing compares to the bonus game here. It's called lockdown spins. You can get up to 5 scatters. If it's at least 3, you get a regular bonus. If you get 1 or 2, scatters simply become wilds. On a bonus game, a random symbol gets a multiplier. After getting a scatter, your cellmate shows the amount of free spins. It's always random. Your scatters become jumping wilds. You can see jumping wilds only during lockdown spins. They jump to a different place each free spin. If you got 3 scatters, you'll have only 1 jumping wild. But if you get a scatter on free spins, another one will appear, opening up one of the reels and giving you even more free spins. The winning potential here is enormous, because you can still get razors which give you jumping wilds multipliers, and you also have regular symbols with multipliers. Just imagine how good your win could be! In my playtime, I rarely got 4 scatters, let alone 5. In fact, I never got 5, but there was this one time when 4 scatters landed on my reels. I was awarded with a multiplier of 4 and 8 free spins. With 2 jumping wilds, it was much easier to get a few decent wins on the first couple of spins. I almost gave up on getting anything big when one of my wilds got multiplied, and on the last 2 spins I got massive wins. In the end I got my 320x win. That said, this is still an extremely volatile slot. You won't be getting your bonus game all the time, and when you get it, most of the time it will disappoint you. It's high risk, high reward, but also it's a dead spin land. I wouldn't suggest to grind this slot, because it eats your money really fast. So let's look at my own results. I was really into this slot, that's why I played 10,400 spins. Good gracious, I didn't even think it would be that much. So what about my profits? Well, I lost about 36 euros. Take into consideration that I was grinding this slot even after big wins. I could walk straight away with those wins, but it was my own will to continue playing. And even with that, my loss is so small. Yeah, this game eats your money, but pays back generously. If you get a big win, you should just walk away enjoying your money. But it's hard to do because the slot is so addicting. The music, the atmosphere, the sound effects, and art style create this beautiful experience where you can just relax and wait for the legendary bonus game. You can't play the game for being this good, right? That's what slots are all about. It's your own responsibility to keep yourself in check. But even with that, as I can see from my results, you won't be losing too much if you fall in love with San Quentin. Side note, San Quentin State Prison is a real place in the US, California. It's a really interesting place, you can read more about it on Wikipedia. So with all that, I can conclude that San Quentin is one of the best slots in the industry right now. It's featured on most of the casinos, it's extremely volatile and has a crazy winning potential. You should try it, for real. If you're not playing it, you're missing out, my friend. If you want more info on the top slots, go to Riker.com and get a free subscription. And with that, Riker out.